Virgo, welcome to your full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio for May 5th, 2023. Full moons close out cycles and usually last a 2 to 4 week period, but we have the lunar eclipse, so that can last up until 6 months. So I'm going to give you I'm not going to give it to you. You got the Devil card as your theme for the next 2 weeks. I'll just give you that for 2 weeks. And that can be attachments, addictions, ego, control, the need to control things, restriction, temptation with the Devil. Things that just seem to, they don't gel, or they can break down, or can be a negative turn of events. But the Devil shows you what's wrong, right? There's nothing to hide where the Devil is concerned. It's out in the open. There's no hiding from the Devil. And so that's the good thing about him. You know where you stand. You know what the problem is. You know what the issue is, right? There's no fogginess. There's no, it's completely clear. All right, so let's see where this is taking you. Okay, you have the Strength card. Leo just had this in the same position. So you can be dealing with ego. The Devil and the Strength card, which is associated with Leo, right, talks about taming the beast within. Talks about taming the ego, finding that balance. Not to get rid of the ego, because the ego is necessary to get out of bed, to brush your teeth, you know. You got to have some ego there. To do your job, you have to, but it has to be in balance. And it can also be courage, right? Finding some courage. Could be needing some courageous energy. You have the Justice card along with that. So this can be anything from the law, right? Lawyers, juries, trials, a verdict. But it can also be, because major arcanas have a lot to do with the internal world, it can be balancing the ego, or just balancing your emotions or your situation out. It's the Karma card. What you give is what you receive in this case, okay? It is maintaining a light heart so that you can move forward. These cards are very often in different decks switched, so that the Justice card is the 8 and the Strength card is 11. So it's very interesting that they come up together because they're very intertwined. And they do have something to do with what you give out is what you get back. You are behaving like a Queen of Cups, my Scorpio card, so there's a lot of intensity there, which would make sense with the Devil, who is ruled by Capricorn, Libra, and Leo. She's very intense. She does a deep dive. She has good intuition and good psychic abilities, but her deal is very much intensity, right? She's highly concentrated. Now, maybe this is something, or maybe it isn't, but this is how I see it. It looks to me like there's a figure in the background there. It could be a rock, but it looks like a figure to me that's drowning, like he's asking for some help out here. But she's so concentrated on what's going on in her emotional world that she doesn't see it. And that can mean a few things. That can mean that there's some situations that need some attention, but she's too sucked into her own emotional situation that she doesn't even see it. She doesn't. And the interesting thing is the Queen of Cups is definitely a person who wants to help, right? She's a helpful individual. wants to do the help, wants to do that thing. But once she gets like super sucked into her own emotional world, it's like everything else kind of just falls away. Okay, actually that goes here, which is the Knight of Cups, which is also a very emotional card. You could be quite charming, and you may be charming a female. It seems to me like, well, you're the female in this situation because this is you and how you deal with it. So you are behaving like the Scorpio, but you are definitely offering something on an emotional level. The thing that I want to warn you about here is that you are very concentrated on your own emotional situation. Yeah. But the Knight is good time, right? He's sending out invitations to parties. He's having a great time. He's the lampshade on the head kind of person, but also very charming, and sometimes can be a little bit flaky. But there is an offer of something emotional here. It is tied into, however, something that you want emotionally. And I say that because the Justice card is on a karmic level, we give what we really want. Okay, so the outcome is a Page of Pentacles. This is my Capricorn card. This is someone who has just learned something and they're ready to put it into practice. It may be something that was hard won with the Five of Swords. And with the Devil card, because there's two Capricorns, it could have been taken. Yeah, this is the Sun in Scorpio, the Six of Cups. So Scorpio comes up again. And I think that you have something very firm to offer, and it could be something romantic. But with the Five of Swords and the Six of Cups there, it turns out to be somewhat platonic, at least during these 2 weeks. Maybe it changes because we have the Justice card and things just need to find their balance. But if you were hoping for something quite romantic, the Five of Swords says you can be a little bit disappointed. Now, these can be people that come back from the past or situations that come back from the past, or it can just be something like a cycle for you that you offer your heart or you offer something to somebody and it's not reciprocated, or and a little bit unkind when the Five of Swords appears. Although the Six of Cups is sweet. So there is sweetness there, and hopefully that brings down that kind of heavy egoic energy, the dramas that play out with the Five of Swords. Now, it can be that you're helping somebody out who is having some dramatic shifts in their life, and you're the good friend that comes in to offer some help. That's very kind, that's very sweet. And it brings balance, it brings justice, right? And maybe that's a little bit of what you're thinking here. You want to help balance the scales, right? Kind of like you're coming in to save the day or to heal something, because the Strength card is very much about healing. The Devil card are the things that aren't working right, or they're not gelling, or there's attachment or addiction to something or someone, right? All right, let's get some detail. Seven of Wands. It's kind of like a surprise attack, the Seven of Wands. It is defending your view, defending your passion, defending someone or something. And that's what I mean by, okay, you come in, you bring this nice energy to somebody who may be having some difficulty. Even on a healing level, right? Some people are healers or use healing modalities, and you can be trying to balance the scales, balance the emotions, or balance the mental, because this is Libra, right? Balancing the mental and emotional situation of people who are having some difficulty with that. And I say that because you're giving, right? Both, water is the element that gives. It's just their nature. They're not special people because of it. It's just their nature. It's built in, right? Where fire signs are very passionate and air signs are very intelligent and pentacle signs are doers and they make material manifestation. Water signs are givers. They give. And so there is something that you have to offer somebody on a very emotional level. And it's quite friendly with the Six of Cups. Well, that's quite nice. You seem to have faith and trust in yourself and your emotions, and it brings you a really wonderful, happy, well-adjusted life. And you can be at the end of a cycle and beginning something new here. But you definitely have a vision for what you want your life to look like. And I do think that's something that you're trying to reconcile. I think you'd like to have the home, the children, the white picket fence, the very conventional relationship with the Ten of Cups. But it brings you joy, so yay you. I'm going to pull one more for this. Four of Swords. Okay. There can be some plans that you are looking into. You may not make some big gestures because this is non-action, but it is mental action. So it's planning. We're not actually picking up that sword just yet. We're planning it out. We're planning our attack, or we're planning out a situation. We're planning out an action, but not picking up that sword just yet. But I will say this, the Five of Swords follows the Four of Swords. And so you might want to be a little bit, because the Five of Swords is for me a no-win situation. And you may win, but it's not a full win because other people have been hurt. Other people have been humiliated or hurt in some way. And you do seem to want to make up for that with the Six of Cups, right? That's a kind offer of something. It's kind of like you take a step back, right? You come in guns blazing and you see that this is a situation that maybe needs a little more tenderness, and you kind of pull yourself back out with that Four of Swords and maybe try to make a different a different entrance. What does Spirit want you to know? You have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is creative mastery. It is, you can want perfection, and that's this card, right? It can be seeing a situation through rose-colored glasses when it's negatively aspected. And with the Devil card there, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. The 8 is a good work ethic, which brings you some nice financial kudos. It's focusing, it's taking out distraction and just getting work done. So a lot of this can be distraction that's going on. And that's what I mean by here. She's very concentrated, right? She's really concentrated on what it is that she's trying to give. Because, again, they're givers. But it could be that you are missing some things that are going around you because you're so concentrated, right? Still, the Eight of Pentacles is a good card, as far as I'm concerned. And it is mastering your craft, honing your craft. On the negative side, you could feel uninspired, but I don't really see that here. I don't see that. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. I do dailies. And thank you very much for listening. Take good care. Bye.